Hey there, YouTube. This is Light Blue Yoshi coming at you with two big things today. The first is going to be a very big breakdown of the first session of the Monday group that will remove all of the excess conversation of things that happened and all of the all the funny stuff, the jokes, the memes, the side tangents, and boil down exactly the important people that they've met, the really important information that was given, and so that those who have been keeping up with the series can just go right into watch this video and then go right into the next session of videos with full confidence that they know all of the important material from before, that they've already watched, so they don't have to rewatch. It also makes it simple for those that just come into the series and they see all of the videos that have been posted up, and maybe they don't want to go back through all of session 1, so they'll be able to just watch this video, get the key points and facts, and move right along with the series. So, that's going to be the first thing that happens today. The second thing that happens today is I'm going to give a rough, in-depth analysis of what I can remember from session 2 as for what I remember, because unfortunately shit happens. Electronics aren't always the most reliable things. Sometimes shit just goes wrong, haywire, and you end up losing footage. And unfortunately, that's the exact thing that happened to me concerning the second session of the Monday group. It could be because of the way I shut down the entire process or what have you. All that I know is that I lost the about hour and a half to 2 hours that we recorded for the second session because life happened to me and I had to end it early. So luckily it wasn't a lot that was lost, but a loss is still a loss and it still sucks. So, I apologize to everybody. To the players for losing the jokes and hijinks. To the audience who will be missing out on all that stuff as well. So, yes. Apologies all around. And I hope you can come to forgive me. So, with that said, Session 1. If you remove all the extra stuff, it boils down to the three met in the Peak Place. There was several interactions where we learned that Zane is a reporter and Adrian has hella intimidation. And that none of our group can tell a lie to save their life. We get introduced to Golden's family, where we learn that he is part of a big family that works with the mafia, and he ran away from that whole lifestyle, and they've been looking for him since, because of Zane reporting sightings of him to his home, to his boss. Their whole group is now on the run. In this, we learned of three rather important characters. We learned of Gram, Adrian's grandmother and heavyweight boxing champion who likes to offer people cookies. At least those that she likes. We learned of Old Man Zephyr, who runs the gym by day and looks like he could kill over at any second just by somebody sneezing on him. And we have his granddaughter, who they met. Uh, we were told that the professor resides in Heaney and that Gold lives currently in the town of Rhyme, at least before they all had to make tracks. They hope that becoming Pokemon trainers will be able to uh, keep them hidden, at least for a time. So, yay! Big plans. So, that's what session 1 boiled down to. Oh, there's also the fact that we learned that Golden carries around a crossbow, much like most people would a pistol. So there's that. It's wonderful. So, the next big piece of... So, now that all that's said and done, let's go over the events of Session 2. The Session 2 started with them awaking in Golden's room up in the town of Rhyme, where the first thing that they did was sit here and check the news to see exactly what was reported that Zane had given his boss. And they learned that they had another reporter from a rival company listening in on their conversation. There was a big headline that read, "Stranger or Missing Son? You decide." And went on to disclose all the information that Golden had given to Zane behind the Pika place after work. So there's that. So now anyone who reads this paper knows that those three in particular are all grouped together, and all three of them are most likely being hunted by Golden's family, the Strikers. They decide that they need to make tracks quickly and decide to take the road less traveled and go through the wetlands rather than following the main roads to the town of Heaney where the professor resides. Within this travel period, they arrive in the marshes where Adrian specifically hears the cries of a Leavanny. The group decided to go investigate, and they found a man with a scythe having intercourse with his Leavanny. Adrian and Zane look away, kind of appalled at this. Well, Golden snaps a picture of the situation. The pair going at it don't really seem to care that he does this. The group then moves on and decides to find some Pokemon to battle, and ends up running into a group of Snivy, a group of Snivy family. So there's two Snivy, two Servine, and a Superior. They found a family that consists of two, what's it called? Bellsprout, a Weeping Bell, and a Victory Bell. As well as a small little family that had two Oddish, two Gloom, a Vileplume, and a Blossom. I also apologize for the picture shrinking down and a lot of white showing up. This is what happens when my computer starts to go to sleep. Anywho, yes. They contemplate fighting these and inevitably decide to just leave them be and head on to town. This is where we left off with session 2 because I had to leave. Now that everyone is caught up on the things that happened, oh yes, there is actually one other thing that I almost forgot to mention. One other big key piece of information that we got from session 1 is that this is late spring, early summer, meaning the entire heat of Pokemon has passed us by for the year, or at least most Pokemon's heat has passed us by. All Pokemon that were laying, hatched, and what have you have done so, hence why everything spawns in groups. So, now that everybody's caught up on the things that happened between Session 1 and the missing Session 2, we can immediately jump into Session 3 and everybody feel good about how things stand. I hope you've enjoyed watching so far. I hope you continue to enjoy watching. And if you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, join the family, and I hope that we can all grow together in not just YouTube, but as a community. Also, don't forget, within the comments, you can always leave events for our gang to face in the future. And so, keep that in mind as you sit here and you comment. So, until next time, take care everyone. Light Blue Yoshi Egg out.